Greetings and thank you for joining us for the 33rd episode of the Young Justice Review on DC Animation with Spencer and Friends. This is an LMG Podcast Production. Today, I'm joined by a dear friend.
Tis I, Cassidy, the dear friend.
Tis she, Cassidy, my dear friend. Cassidy, how are you?
So good. How are you?
I am alive and here. Honestly, I'm doing pretty great. I could complain, but I won't.
Nothing worth
No.
complaining.
Yeah, yeah. But I appreciate you for joining us on this journey through DC
Of
Animation.
course.
Today, we will be reviewing Season 3, Episodes 19 and 20. So, Episode 19, Elder Wisdom. We open at the United Nations Climate Conference. Lex is smiling for the cameras, and Garth and Troya are attacked. The attack comes from the Bwundan Independence Front, who claims that they are opposing the tyrannical leader. The outsiders in the squad show up to take care of it, and Lex calls the Justice League. When the fighting is over, Lex thanks the Justice League on camera and calls the outsiders illegal trespassers. Lex and Cassandra Savage debrief, and McGann tells Halo that she is being put on the bench until she talks to somebody about this recklessness she's been going through. Some of the parents of the outsider show up with concerns about their kids' work when a distress call comes in from Dublin. The outsiders find that a young girl has been kidnapped by Professor Ivo, and Violet tells Tara and Brion about what Gabrielle did to their parents. Well, I mean, that she facilitated their murder. The outsiders are successful in saving the girl and convincing their parents to let them work. Lex goes on G. Gordon to talk some shit and suggests a superhero registration act, but that backfires as the outsiders are trending positively. G. Gordon tells Lex to change his strategy, and the adults on the good side debrief. Wonder Woman doesn't really like the idea of fighting fire with fire. And that's the episode.
Tis.
So, we open at the United Nations Climate Conference, and we have another analog country, Bwunda, which I'm assuming it's Uganda. Like that's what
Okay.
I took it to be. Based on their leader and how he was dressed, like he looked exactly like Idi Amin,
Mm.
who was the dictator of Uganda for a while.
hmm
So, yeah, based on that, I was like, oh, okay, Bwunda is Uganda. Got it. Um, so Lex is smiling for the cameras, it's
Cheesy.
Lex. Yeah, so he's a diplomat, and we see that Troya is there, and
hmm
Troya's talking to Diana, and Troya's like, this Lex is on that bullshit. She's like, you don't want to go down there and smile for the cameras? Like, absolutely not. We don't have to talk
No,
until 2, so I'm gonna be up here. I'm not about to smile for Lex. We're not
no,
doing that. And then, oh no,
no, no.
Garth gets attacked by some crossbows, and Troya, they like use some psychic on her because they knew
Mhm.
that fighting her straight up
No.
wasn't gonna get it done because she's an Amazon. So yeah, they hit her with a psychic attack before
Mhm.
they attacked her, and I was like, yeah, it was the right thing to do because it was gonna get ugly if y'all went hand to hand.
Easily, quickly.
Yeah. So, and all of the people that are attacked or all the people that are attacking are covered.
Right.
And they say we represent the BIF and we oppose this tyrannical leader. And Bart is there for commentary.
Naturally.
Biff,
Biff?
biff, biff.
Biff?
Uh, speaking of uh, speaking of acronyms,
Mm.
Eduardo is now going by El Dorado.
Yes.
Whenever Cassie called him ED, I didn't love that. Uh,
No.
question for the room. When
Mm.
when you hear ED, what hits your brain first?
Uh, First, there's got to be some context there of if it's in referential to female or male.
Yep.
I tend to believe I will lean one way or the other with what I'm going to assume.
Of
if
course.
depending on what we are talking about. So since it's Eduardo, would not want that nickname
No.
at all. Not that either of them are good, but
And that's the thing. It's a problem regardless.
yes.
But of course, when I hear ED, I
Hmm.
don't think El Dorado first.
No.
That's not the first thing that pops in my head. I think erectile dysfunction.
Hmm.
So that's just what happens.
Mm.
And there are other not great things that ED stands for as well.
Right. Like if it was a woman, like if El Dorado was a woman, like because of how things have been wired in my brain, unfortunately, I would have been like, oh, eating disorder. So it's not a fun way to be either way.
Yeah, like I hear ED and I have to process what else it could mean.
Hmm.
And that's regardless of context.
Hmm.
So yeah, Cassie, let's not call El Dorado ED.
He asked for it.
He asked to be called El Dorado.
She did.
I don't know if
Listen, we need Cassie there for her funny little quips.
I agree. It was funny, especially now that we're TV4. Like they dropped a damn it in this episode. And I was like, oh, we're TV 14 now.
Well, gosh darn it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Spicy.
So yeah, and uh Violet be dying. She
She just let it happen. I was like, girl,
yeah,
please. I'm surprised I don't, this girl.
yeah. And I guess it's good to know her green power is just illusions.
Hmm.
Because at first I thought it was just copies, and
Hmm.
then I thought it was like just copies of other people, but
Hmm.
it looked like her green power is what made her and Tara invisible.
Hmm.
And so I'm like, okay, green is just
Tricking the
illusions
eye. Yeah.
across the board. Okay. But yeah, whenever there was a psychic person that was attacking Troya, I was like, please let McGann be here. Because if McGann's not here, that's not good.
Gonna be real rough.
And I was like, also, I hope Simon's not under there.
Ugh.
I assumed it wasn't Simon, but like, I was
I
like,
didn't even
please,
think about that until you said it, and I'm like, thank goodness not. Yeah.
because this felt very set up, and we've seen Simon be on the other side of,
So
yeah, of a setup.
yeah.
So I was like, is this, Onslaught
Right.
in quote unquote costume? Or is this Onslaught being helped by somebody? Because this could be a situation where Queen Bee has some vested interest.
Hmm.
Who knows? Um, but regardless, there's the squad because I saw Garfield there early. Like I saw a little green iguana,
No.
like just yeah in the area, and I was like,
Mhm.
I bet that's Beast Boy.
I bet that's a little Gar.
Yeah,
Very good.
because Lex is here, so like, why wouldn't Garfield be here?
Keep eyes on that. Yeah.
Garth is here, Troy is here, so it makes sense that they're, um, but yeah, some fighting happens. I do wonder what kind of arrows they had where they were able to get through Garth's skin.
Uh, poor Garth.
Oh yeah. Oh, and that's
Mhm.
the thing. Whenever later Lex was, or I think it was Cassandra Savage who was like, but Troya and Garth lived, and I was like, oh damn it, Garth did live, didn't
Garth made it, didn't he?
he? Yeah.
Mhm.
Too bad.
Look at
And
that.
yeah, and Lex was like, I mean, it would have been nice if we could have got rid
It
of
would have
him.
been cool.
Yeah, it would have been great, but like that's not what today was about. That wasn't planned. That wasn't like primary objective. That was
That
just
just would have been a nice addition,
yeah, that was an optional
but not a main.
mission, but yeah, not a primary. But yeah, a bunch of fighting happens. And what I learned is that the person with the sword evidently was Lady Shiva.
Mm.
So Halo could have died. Like that could have been very ugly. Like, Halo could have
But
died
isn't
because
that what she wanted?
a little bit. And
Girl's on a suicide mission right now.
I think you're right. And the next thing, like to the point where McGann has to say something to her about it
Yeah.
because McGann was like, or she
You
was like, she said, "I heal." She was like, "You were almost beheaded."
This is different.
I don't think you're coming back from that one. So, I mean, maybe a mother box can, but like when she
Maybe.
said you were almost beheaded, I was like, that made it real for me.
Hmm.
Because at first I was like, she heals, she's fine, it's fine. She dies all the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
When you said you were almost beheaded, I was like, oh, that's true.
maybe not that one.
And yeah, whenever Miss Martian fought their psychic, who remained nameless as far as I know,
Hmm.
uh, the reason it took so long is because Miss Martian is doing it humanely.
I give her props to that. I know time has passed, obviously, and she's been doing it, but it's just I haven't seen her use her powers in a minute, so I was
Yeah.
like, good on you, Meg.
I'm glad she's back in the game.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she's herself. And,
But
you
I'm
know,
glad she's still using her stuff though, because
yeah,
I was like, she's become because of what we see now, since she's not so forefront of a lot of stuff. I'm like, man, she's come very docile and everything. And I was like, nah, there she is. She's doing her work. Good.
yeah, she's here. And yeah, I'm glad that we got to see her. I mean, we didn't see anything. We
No, but
just
I
we
felt
just
it
know that they were locked in a
was
psychic battle.
happening.
And I was like, I don't know who that baby is, but she's going to end up unconscious by the
Hmm.
end of this.
Hmm.
And then, and it is also I also like it because you realize how many powers Martians have because she wins the psychic battle, lifts her up with telekinesis, breaks her helmet off, and then rips the control piece off of her. And I'm
Right.
like, the fact that her telekinesis can just like shred stuff, because we saw that in the last season
Yeah.
whenever she was up against Tigress.
Yeah.
And that's a crazy level of telekinesis whenever you can shred things. So, yeah. Martians, especially Miss Martian, but Martians are too much.
The most.
Like it's gonna be a problem because you remember we saw on New Genesis that McGann has a brother who's
Yes.
going by Ma'alathaak, who
Yes.
is Martian, and like I'm worried if he starts like doing stuff here.
Yeah, he didn't need to come out to Earth.
We don't need any Martians on the other side
No.
because Martians are a
We've
problem.
been very blessed
Yeah.
with good ones.
Yeah. But yeah, if the thems get any Martians, that's not gonna be good.
No.
Like Martians and Kryptonians need to stay over here.
Mm.
But yeah. Anyway,
I'm just
the
like comparing that to like having a Martian Zod, and I'm like, that sounds scary AF.
that's basically what Ma'alathaak was in the
Is okay.
comics. Yeah, like
I hate that.
it's John Jones's twin brother.
Um,
Because there's always
the
a
balance.
same yeah, there's always like a same but evil.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got one.
Mm-hmm.
So, um we see Lex say to the Wanden leader, "Hey, do you give me permission?" He says, "Yes." Flash arrives, barely helps, and then Lex is like, "And the Justice League saves the day." Unlike these teenage vigilantes, that poor boy broke his leg.
I'm fine.
He's like, "I'm fine."
Literally okay.
Yeah, that whole thing was just so
That
funny.
and Flash also being like, don't bring me into this.
I'm not gonna be a part of your what
Don't
is
use
it,
me.
dog and pony show or
Yeah.
something. They're like, I'm not doing that, Lex. And so yeah, Flash gets on up out of there.
Yeah, he said bite.
And so yeah, like it was very clear that this was targeted to disrupt the outsiders' positive publicity.
Hmm.
Like that was very clear from jump. And so whenever we get back and they debrief, we see that Cassandra was there, Cassandra Savage, and when Lady Shiva took her thing off and she was the one with the sword, my immediate thought was, "Oh, Halo, you are so lucky. Halo, you Lady Shiva would have put you the fuck down
Easily.
because she's Lady Shiva. Like
Hmm?
you almost didn't walk away from this one, perhaps." And again, McGann makes that clear more than anything else. But yeah, they debrief, and that is when we find out that Lex orchestrated this whole thing.
Um, you just know that. You can't prove that.
Oh yeah, I know it. And he says knowing and proving are two different things.
I ate that up. Ugh.
That's so Lex.
Because I was like, unfortunately, since I am a Lex truther, when they're like, Lex set this up, and I was like, how dare you?
Yeah. Like Lex is behind this. Prove it.
Show me. How?
Where's the evidence?
I don't see any.
And the thing is, the girl that they the psychic girl that they
Yeah,
have, they were like, well, she could, she could spill the beans.
you could and did.
Yeah, immediately. They were
Yeah,
like, yeah, this felt like a setup. And she was like, oh, you were absolutely set up.
100%.
And Lex was like, she better not connect this back to me.
I'd like to see her try.
There should be no evidence that I was involved here
Yep.
at all, whatsoever.
Reason was he was there by
Yeah,
chance, but what else can you say?
exactly.
He would never do
And
something like that.
and then that's when McGann says to Halo, like, hey, you're being reckless, and until you talk to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
I can't have you out in the field. Like, I can't be responsible for you in this state.
Mm-mm.
So I'm putting you on the bench until you are willing to discuss this with someone. You have options. So now that Lex has created some distrust publicly, the parents show up because Eduardo's dad was like, I thought you'd be doing stuff like covertly and like I don't know what I thought, but like seeing it is different.
I don't know why he thought that either, because
Well,
weren't they already
Artemis,
established as the outsiders when
yeah,
ED said he wanted to be a part of them?
yes. And that's why he said he wanted to be a part of them.
Yeah,
But also, Artemis mentioned like it's really different watching this live and
that's true.
televised.
It's a very different like that's there's well, even I said in the last episode that we did was I don't like this live streaming. There's differences being the face of things versus why are we just live streaming?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so yeah, that I think that as a parent, whenever your kid signs up for something, that's one thing, but then whenever you see it, it's different.
And you're
Like
like, oh.
I know that like somewhat personal story. Whenever my dad decided to be a firefighter, that worried my grandma.
Right.
Like it really worried her. And that's because firefighters risk their lives every day.
You bring up a good point because I also have a parent that was a first responder, and I know my grandmother did not vibe with it.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I think that whenever, because it's like, oh, this is a good thing. Firefighters have excellent benefits, and firefighters are treated very well. Like, there
You
are a
think
lot of
about what
things.
they're doing to get
Yeah,
all of that.
but then, like, if you see a fire, you're like, oh no, I don't
Don't
want,
let him go in
I
there.
don't want my kid in that.
No.
So similarly, I think he was fine, but then when he saw it, he was like, oh no, I don't like that one bit. And so he calls Cassie's mom and Jay Garrick,
Yeah.
and they come in, and they're basically like, "We're shutting this down." And Garfield's like, "No, you're not. You're not doing. I'm emancipated. Jaime is 18. Virgil is 18." And they're like, "Yeah, but they're not.
Y'all are staying home.
So we're shutting them down."
Hmm.
And a distress call comes from Dublin, and he's like, "Oh, well then we'll go handle that.
They,
Y'all take care of this." And that's when it sounds like Eduardo was like, just I don't like this at all. Cassie's mom was because Cassie was like, I've been here for a while.
I've been doing
Yeah,
this.
like I've been on this squad for a good minute. What is
Hmm.
the problem all of a sudden? And
Maybe
she
it's been
says
time.
like it was different when it was covert. But now you are wearing Wonder Woman symbol on your chest.
Yeah.
And so you are not only inviting her enemies, but potentially enemies of the entire league.
Hmm.
That's a different story. And the problem is, as a parent, I was like, yeah. And that's what Calder said at the beginning.
I
Calder,
liked Cassie's mom's talk the most. Not that
no,
any of the
100%.
parents were wrong
No, but hers,
necessarily, but hers were the most logical to me as someone without a child. I was like, okay, if a parent told me that, it'd be like,
yeah, you're not wrong.
right. Yeah.
That was very much like, you are not wrong. That,
hmm
all that makes perfect sense.
hmm
Because, and especially because she was okay with Cassie with it before.
Yeah.
Like, but, and one more time, whenever Garfield brought this up,
hmm
Calder said, absolutely not. There is a reason that we are the Justice League. We are adults making a decision. We wear bright colors to make sure that we are the targets.
We are seen.
And that is brought up in the first season
hmm
whenever this team is established. And that's why they're underground. That's why they're covert. That's why they're secret. Because we don't want, like, we, the adults, have chosen to take on this burden,
Right.
but that's not for y'all.
No.
And so, yeah, that's kind of where we go with this discussion again, because that's what this is.
Especially with out of all of them, Cassie and Bart specifically do have counterparts that are so like bearing their stuff. Like it's like,
Today, like, yeah, right now, they have, like, the
yeah,
main is out there
yeah,
working.
yeah.
And so, yeah, that whole thing, I was like, yeah,
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, I understand why you got a
I
problem.
hear her. I heard her. She
Yep,
was, I think even in my notes, I comment on the other two, except for I was like, okay, she makes sense.
yeah. And again, as a parent, yeah,
hmm
not mad about it. So, yeah, the outsiders that are free to do what they want, they make their way to Dublin, and they talk to a guy whose daughter has been abducted because they
Yes.
see one of Ivo's flying monkeys. And they eventually find this girl. And there's Lex Spiderbots and
Monkey.
Ivo monkeys.
Yeah.
And, Ivo's a robot, obviously. And,
I forgot
yeah,
and then was swiftly remembered.
yes. And so while that's happening, Violet says to Tara and Brion, like, hey, I got something to tell y'all.
Because now's the time.
Yes, this guilt has been eating me alive. And if I die here in a minute, y'all should know this.
Yeah.
So she tells them, hey, Gabrielle turned off the security and opened the door, and that is why your parents are dead. Brion and Tara both kind of walk out of the room, and honestly,
Best response
very,
possible.
very reasonable reaction.
Because they're
Very reasonable reaction.
aware it wasn't her that did it.
Yep.
However,
It's
that's a
still,
tough little spot for them to you
yeah,
that's still a hard pill to swallow because you don't know how to process that.
exactly. And so I agree that they handled it the best way that, like, I don't think it could have been handled any better from both of them, from
Probably
either of
not.
them.
Like it's a really complicated little. So I was
Like,
like, Brion could have blown up and he didn't.
yeah,
I don't know how Tara's gonna act, but
because
Tara,
that's who I thought would have blown up would have been Tara,
yeah,
because Brion is in love with this girl that's telling him this.
yes,
So he probably would have. I think he would have been okay. Like, I don't.
found a way out of it.
Yeah,
Found
like,
a
I don't
thought
see
out of
him actually exploding
it.
the way that he does whenever they were, like, looking for Tara. Like, I don't see him having that kind of reaction.
Right.
I could see her summoning some materials, because not only because of what she did, but because she has been working for Slade this whole time. And so
Yeah.
she's been taught to be a killer.
Right.
And so, based on the fact that like, her mentor is a mercenary at the top of his game,
Yeah.
and she's been basically abuse trained by him, and she's already a quiet person because of what she's had to go through at this very young age. If anybody was going to have a violent reaction, it would be Tara.
Yeah.
And again, the fact that they both just walked off, I'm like that's the best case scenario, in my opinion.
Honestly.
And so whenever they bring up later, like, oh, we didn't react well, I was like, yes, you did.
You react beautifully.
Like, you reacted so well
Let me tell
because,
you.
like, that should have been a
That
lot
could have
worse.
been a blow up
And
easily.
the fact that y'all just kind of ate that and went and processed it silently on your the perfect reaction,
Hmm.
honestly. So, no. I mean, and of course, because Violet is missing is why, but yeah, I think that's why they blame themselves a little bit. I was like, nope, that y'all reacted appropriately
Hmm.
by any standard. So, anyway, the outsiders, we watch both groups of outsiders get the job done. So we see that the girl is saved, the monkeys are dealt with, Ivo's dealt with, all that. And then we see each outsider with their parents explain, like, hey, this is what we're doing. Bart had to say to Jay, like, you are still grieving. Like, you lost your wife and you don't want to lose anyone else. Like you're still there, and that's what this is.
Yeah.
You're not really concerned with what you think you're concerned with. You know what the risks are. You're fully aware of the risks. You know what danger comes with this line of work, but you know all of that. So you're still grieving, you're still mourning, and that's where you're coming from right now. So you're gonna have to look at this on the other side of that.
Yeah.
Um, Cassie talks to her mom, Eduardo talks to his dad, and eventually they are convinced to the point where they fully support it
Yep.
because Tara texts in to Slade like, "Hey, the parents are here. The half of them are grounded."
I love that she said that they were grounded.
I mean, they kind of were.
No, they were. I just didn't think of that terminology in regards to it. And then she texted that and I was like, ah, they are.
Yeah. And then we get to G. Gordon, and
Yeah.
Lex is on there, and he's like, you know what we need? We need a superhero registration act so that this is not an issue because these unregulated vigilantes are a problem. Their
Hmm.
parents don't even like what they're doing. And G. Gordon is like, oh, really? Their parents? Funny.
Let's talk about that a little bit
Funny
more.
you should say that because their parents seem to be completely down. Their
Chill.
parents are we are outsiders. Matter of fact,
Yes.
Jay Garrick is responding live.
Which impressive at his age. Good job.
Yeah, it is.
Coherently.
Yeah, the fact that he like did it like correctly and all that. Yeah,
Good for him.
but he's
Savvy.
like, no, they're the parents are locked in.
Yep.
So what's the deal with that, Lex?
Tell us, Lex.
And then they get to the back room, and Lex was like, "What the fuck was that, G. Gordon?
Oh, he was not happy.
That's not what we talked about."
Mm-mm.
And G. Gordon is like, "Your plan is obviously not working. Like, very clearly not working.
Hmm.
So you need to pivot because what you're doing is only helping them." And he was like, "Oh,
Interesting.
so I should, instead of opposing, I should embrace and co-opt."
Embrace.
And I was like, that hit me really hard in the chest
Mm.
because as a black person, that is all I have seen.
Mm.
I have seen hard opposition, but because of the age where I became aware,
Hmm.
I have mostly seen embracing and co-opting.
Hmm.
And I mean, of course it all exists,
Right.
but just as a tiny tight example, let's look at hip hop music. Once upon a time, hip hop music was just aggressively attacked by the media. Certain groups were liking it, and certain groups weren't very involved. And then they decided, oh, this is super lucrative. So we'll just go ahead and now it has been co opted. Now hip hop belongs to everyone.
Hmm.
And it is to the point where, depending on who you ask, it is no longer a black art form, which is what happens. That is what music has done.
Yeah.
Because literally all modern American music was created by black people.
Hmm.
But a lot of people don't know, realize, or understand that. So when you look at jazz, when you look at rock and roll, when you look at pop music, when you look at modern music across time in these United States, black people's country music, black people
Hmm.
started all of it.
Hmm.
And the co-opt. So when Lex said it, it hit me really hard
Hmm.
because I was like, yeah, that's exactly what you do. And Lex, I'm surprised it took you this long. You're usually quicker than that.
He usually is the quickest in the room.
He usually is. And then we see that there's a meeting with the League, the Squad, Batman Inc.
Hmm.
And Batman Inc. basically goes over like, oh yeah, we planned this entire thing. Like
Yeah.
the whole Dublin situation. Yeah, like we set that up from top to bottom. And Wonder Woman was like, "You what? How?" And Batman says the words because they were like, "Lex is probably gonna know it's a setup."
Oh yeah,
Knowing,
he'll know.
knowing, and proving are two different things. And
It's just
I was like, this is it's not
two
good.
rich men that have just gotten away with what they need to get away with.
Yeah, it's not good for Lex when Batman starts playing Lex's game.
But he knows it just as well.
Yeah. And that's the thing is that there are a lot of people who would argue that there's not much difference between Batman and Lex.
I didn't. There's not.
There's not a lot of difference. Honestly, the main difference is that Lex, I would argue, is smarter than Batman when it comes to the technology and all of the stuff that you go to school for.
Yeah.
I would say that Lex is smarter than Batman there.
I
And I
think
would
like
say
a bit bigger picture too.
yes.
No,
I would agree. Batman is pretty big picture, but Batman does mainly keep it tight and keep it in
yeah,
Gotham.
yeah,
Whereas Lex looks and acts more large scale.
yeah,
Batman does when he needs to,
yeah,
but Batman usually keeps it pretty tight. But Lex is always looking at bigger picture, I think.
yeah.
And of course, Batman has all of the better like physical gifts.
That works for
Sometimes
him.
I mean, sometimes Lex is yeah big and strong and all that, but usually
He's
Lex,
average.
yeah, but he doesn't have to do all that.
No.
Batman has to put his hands on people,
Yeah.
and so yeah, the main difference is that I think Lex has more, and
He's got
not actually has them, but like has more knowledge in those areas than
right.
Bruce does, and Bruce has more physical know-how than Lex, but otherwise,
They're pretty much the same guy.
yeah, they're not
Like they're
very
not far.
different.
They've got very similar personalities, I think.
Mhm. And
Bruce
they
Wayne and Lex at least. And then
And that's the thing, they both handle Superman the same way when they handle him.
yeah.
Like when they're on opposing sides, of course, because Bruce has more like actual tactical knowledge when it comes to in the trenches,
Hmm.
he handles that better. But yeah, like they they both look at Superman similarly in a if he goes rogue, we need to be able to address it.
Yeah.
And so they they both love a contingency. They both are ready for whatever. They are both multiple steps ahead almost always. They
Oh
both
yeah.
use their vast resources to get things done. They both have the public facing stuff and then the stuff underground that they're actually passionate about.
Right.
So, yeah, in a lot of ways, they're the same man.
Yeah.
And so when Batman said, knowing and proving are two different things,
I go.
I was like, Lex is not gonna be a happy man if Bruce is playing his same game.
Hmm.
And Wonder Woman says, "Why are we playing their like? Y'all are fine with this? This is a step too far. It
Right.
was fine when it was just public sentiment, but now we're like fabricating. Like, what are we doing? Where are the
Yeah.
lines?" So yeah, Diana is like not feeling it.
No.
And what's funny about that is that I would say, as far as moral compass, Calder is pretty high, but this is starting to call that into question.
Hmm.
The fact that Wonder Woman is like, where are the lines?
Yeah.
And the fact that Calder's on the other side of the line comfortably.
Yeah.
So I think that that kind of steps us into one of the things that happens in the next episode of Dragon Ball
Hmm.
Z. So before we do that, what did you think of this episode?
I would like to talk about something that I don't think we did.
Please.
And that involves Violet and Dr. Jace.
Hmm.
Uh, Dr. Jace saying, "Well, I've been speaking to my mentor,
Thank you so
and he
much.
says, da da da.
Thank you so much for bringing that up.
Who is the
Who
mentor?
who
Who
is
is she
this
always on the phone
mentor?
with?"
I
Yeah,
because this whole mentor thing, because you know how we our trust for Dr. Jace is always in question.
constantly.
At no point have we fully trusted Dr. Jace.
No,
And this mentor person is going to determine a lot in the way of where we go
right,
as far as trusting her once we find out who that is. Who
right.
is your mentor?
Who is this?
Because it's gotta be an evil person, right? Like it can't be. So because at first I was like, maybe it's Silas. Like Silas was my first guess initially. And then I was like, okay, maybe it's Hardware because Hardware is who brought her to the lab whenever
Yeah,
but I was like, I don't think it's got to be an evil guy or an
I
evil woman.
only maybe give you Silas if I think of people that who would she not want to just upfront say
Yeah.
that's a good person? And I put good in quotation marks
Yeah.
because that's how I feel about Silas. But
Yes. That is the right way to feel.
that's the only person that I could be like,
And yeah, like the reason and
but otherwise, why aren't you saying names?
yeah, that's because if it was well, I don't know. Because I whenever Silas we'll talk about it. But
Yep, yep, yep.
thank you. I'm glad that we did because I have it in my notes and just breezed right past it. Um, but yeah, I we need to know who that is.
Yes.
I yeah, because that's going to determine your future with me, Dr. Jace.
I've been waiting to know how I need to feel about her, and she's not helping herself right now.
Yeah, because and it's so funny because my first thought was, well, if it is Silas Stone, then her and Corey Payton are just tight.
Yeah,
Like
good
her and
point.
all the Corey Paytons are just
Every
tight.
iteration of Kari.
Yeah.
Soon we're gonna find out she's been hanging out with Calder too.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Exactly. Calder's been teaching her Atlantean
There we go.
translation magic.
Yep.
But yeah, so that yeah. Anyway, that was thank you. Because
Of course.
I was gonna leave that one on the table and we needed to talk about it. So, how did you feel about the episode?
I love having Lex. That's it. We know I love having Lex, so I was having a great time.
Yep, love
Love
Lex.
scheming Lex. So I was like, thank you. Loving it. Didn't lo because I love Lex. I was like, back off, Gordon, a little bit. But
Love that.
then I was like, all right, we're back in it. It's fine.
Okay.
He's gonna figure it out.
Okay.
Um, uh,
Who who I didn't see who I feel like I haven't seen in such a long time is Dick.
which he was just in the background.
Yeah, but I feel like I just
And I've been wondering because I was like, man, they fed us so much of him at the start, and then I
and that's the
noted
we
when they were having that last little meeting, I was like, well, there he is,
so
but
he's
he's
in the
just
room.
standing there.
Yeah. So yeah,
How
there's
sneaky.
a lot of it's so funny because every time I get somebody and I don't get somebody, I notice who I don't get, but I'm happy with who I do get. So like, did I get any Zatanna this episode? No, but I was okay with it. Uh,
But I always
because
more of her.
I mean, we could always,
She could
and
just
I do mean always,
always,
use some Zatanna.
truly. But don't forget Vic. He wasn't
Yes,
here. Don't forget about
don't
him.
forget.
People be
Yeah,
forgetting about him, except
yeah.
Forager.
Forager does
Forager
not forget
is
about Vic.
Forager, and he does not
Forager
forget
is
his hive.
Forager. Yep. So yeah, Forager's like, no, my hive, Victor Stone is a
He's
part
in
of my
that.
hive.
Hmm. I love him.
So yeah, same.
Forager.
So that takes us to episode 20, Quiet Conversations.
Hmm.
We open on New Year's, where Victor is yelling at his dad and then he passes out. Forager finds him, and the father box appears to be slowly taking over more of his body. Dreamer is called in to help diagnose the problem, and she suggests talking to Metron. Meanwhile, the squad learns that Violet has run away and Artemis goes to look for her. Violet goes to see Gabrielle's family, and Calder takes Kita to Atlantis. Silas pulls up on Victor, which causes some stress, so the father box commandeers more flesh. Superboy, Black Lightning, and Forager are following Metron and end up in the middle of a fight between Superman and Parademons. Silas puts Victor in a medically induced coma to stop the progression, and Metron agrees to go see Victor. Violet tells Gabrielle's family goodbye, and Metron says that he wants to observe and study Victor, but he has no intention of helping Victor. Metron is removed from the Mobius chair. Kita tells Calder that he is a good dude, and Harper opens up to McGann. Victor is put in the Mobius chair and finally truly cleansed. Metron confirms that Granny is a disciple of Darkseid, and Gabrielle's family now has closure. Artemis and Tara find Violet and they return home. And that's the episode.
Love that you use the word flesh. It's my favorite.
That was for you.
Thanks.
So, a couple things before we get started. Yes, I was calling that young girl Kita because Kita is exactly who she looks like. Kita is from the movie Atlantis,
Okay. Yes.
voiced by
Yes.
Cree Summers. I thought her name was Kaya, but it is Kita.
Yes.
And she was not named in this episode. Matter of fact, they
Oh,
say, "What is your name?" And she was like, "I don't know yet.
she's working on it.
Yeah, I
She's
haven't decided."
workshopping.
So she will be referred
I
to
was
as.
wondering because you were reading through it, and I was like, did she say her name?
Nope, she did not.
And I,
And and that's why the synopses are in my own words,
yep.
because I use references from pop culture on a regular basis.
Hmm.
Whether the people understand them or not, I can't help you
That's why
there.
they're your words.
That's why they're my words.
Yep.
And I reference random things in my own head all the time. So her name is Kita until she is named.
I support because that's exactly who I thought it was when she got transformed by Clear. I was like, wait a second, this
That's
looks
the
like
thing.
the girl from it.
And then she goes to it, and she's taken to Atlantis.
Full circle, truly.
So yeah, that makes sense. So we open on New Year's where Victor is yelling at his dad. His dad calls him, and he's like, "This is the problem. You don't listen. Whenever I wanted you in my life, you
You
couldn't,
went there
yeah, you didn't have the time for me. Now that I want you to leave me alone, you keep ringing my phone."
because he feels so guilty.
Yeah, so do not call me again. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to.
No.
And then he, has some stress related injuries.
Yes.
And Forager, who is a great friend to Victor,
Best friend.
obviously Forager and Victor, yeah, that's your best friend
He
because Forager is Forager,
he is.
and Forager is a freak too.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, Forager, he's like, no, you remember Thanksgiving when we vibed? Yeah, we You are a
You're mine
part of
now. You are my friend forever, and
yeah,
we are best friends, and I will never let you go. Thank you.
you are a part of Forager's hive.
Yeah.
And Forager is like, drones emergency.
Mm-hmm. Hype drones.
Yeah,
I thought
hive
that was so
drones.
cute.
Yes, there's an emergency happening,
Yes.
and we can see because I think one of the things that I mentioned is I'm used to Cyborg being less flesh and more machine.
Or Borg.
Yeah, and the fact that we see that the father box is like creeping up on it, I was like, ah,
There he is. He's coming to be.
the explanation. I just had to wait on it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, father box is starting to creep,
Mm-hmm.
starting to spread a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so they call in Dreamer. Dreamer was one of the Forever people. Uh, and because Superboy has a great relationship with them because he loves a side quest, and they were a side quest. And she's like, I will have Mother Box see what's going on. And then she does, and she's like, y'all should probably. I think the Mobius chair could help. So y'all should talk to Metron. Metron is a new god. He invented mother boxes and father boxes, and he can help.
Sounds good deal.
I will give you mother box, and she will take you to him. It's like, you're not coming with us? Absolutely not.
Nah.
Metron don't want to see us
That
because
stressed me though. I was like, I don't know if I want to see Metron if she doesn't want to go.
that was my thought. I was like, why don't you want to see
Why are you
Metron?
worried? Should I be
Because
worried if you're worried?
yeah,
Hmm.
because you should, yeah, like what's the deal with
Hmm.
Metron? And she was like, well, last time we saw Metron, he got punched in the face. So we shouldn't see Metron.
It's probably best that we keep our space.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm only just saying.
Mhm.
So cool. Superboy's like, all right, Mother Box, take us to Metron. And when
Go.
they do, Metron just on the move. Metron is going, and so they're
Mhm.
literally just following him around. Whatever, they end up on the source wall, and then they end up in a conflict, and yada yada. The source wall is its own thing. I'm not going to talk about it right now. We don't need to do that. So
Okay.
we'll just keep going. If the source wall comes back up, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
But I don't think we need to do that.
That's fine with me.
So the squad is looking for Violet. They found Vic, lost Violet, and we see her writing a note, and they read this note, and Artemis is like, I will go find her. And Dr. Jace is like, let me come with you. I need to come with you. And it's like, no, no. You need to stay here and take care of
Do
Victor.
your freaking job, Dr. Jace.
Yeah, also, you would get in my way.
She tried to leave with Jefferson too.
Yeah, you would
I
be
was
in
like,
my way.
girl.
Yeah, she's trying to help or whatever.
I think she just doesn't want to do her job. Whatever. No, I'm being annoyed with her after
I understand.
our mentor discussion. I was just like, there's a clear, obvious need for where you need to be right now, and it
Yes.
is neither of these other locations.
Den mother. You need to den
You
mother.
asked, you literally asked for
Is what
this.
you wanted. So you need to den mother.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Victor needs somebody right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, Artemis is like, I will find her. I think I know where she's gone. And Tara's like, I'm gonna go too. I feel a little guilty because of how I reacted.
Yeah.
Again, your reaction was completely appropriate. And
Please.
Brione is like, I'm gonna stay here.
I don't want to go.
Yeah, I'm good.
Also, okay.
Yeah,
I
all right.
support both of their decisions.
As do I.
Mm-hmm.
And so Violet goes to see Gabrielle's family.
Which feels a little inappropriate.
Talk about that more. Why is that?
I immediately her mother's like, I can't, you're a lie, like da 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 and all that. And I was just like, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate
Because
that so much because her whole thing, it was all for Violet. None of that was for Gabrielle's parents,
you're right. And we find that out later.
which I know she might have at some capacity thought because she doesn't know any better. But like the
Yeah, her.
moment her mother opens the door and is like, I thought I lost you, da da da, I was like, this is messed up.
Yeah.
I hated it.
And when I had a problem with it is the fact that whenever her mom hugged her, she said, "Hello, mother."
Yeah, there was nothing okay with it.
Like that's what I didn't like. Uh
Which
because
there's the
that's
argument that she didn't know. Because if anybody doesn't know, it's Violet.
yeah.
However, anybody else, as upset as I was for Violet doing it, anybody else, I would have been throwing a fit.
Yeah.
It was so screwed up, I think.
And matter of fact, yeah, let's just have this conversation now.
Hmm.
So I it was weird because I like that she wanted to give closure to Gabrielle's mother.
Hmm.
But she said, "I came here to fix you."
Hmm.
I was like, "Oh, that made it gross."
Hmm.
Like we were good and then we weren't, and yeah, like because and I'm her cousin was like, "You're a demon inhabiting my cousin, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
You're fine with this demon in
Yeah.
her body?" Like, honestly, not mad at the response. I'm not.
No, because realistically, yeah.
That's kind of what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. Because, and even when it comes to religion, if you are mono or even polytheistic, then that means you believe in the other gods, and they are viewed as demons when looked through certain lenses.
Hmm.
Um, like through the Christian lens, a lot of the gods in other pantheons and a lot of the other deities that other people worship are just demons.
Hmm.
And so, if that same thing applies here, then yeah, as far as he's concerned, by definition, that is a demon.
Yep.
And so yeah, but also like under the circumstances, I'm not mad at his reaction at all.
I think it was valid.
But and I think that Gabrielle's mother had a lot of grace.
She had so much grace.
Yes, and I think that as far as she's concerned, you uh Violet did fix what needed fixing, which was the fact that her mother knew nothing.
Yeah.
And now her mother knows what happened.
Yeah. I just there's there's hard things on and there's no right knowing of if you should tell someone what happened or not. It reminds me there's a very well-known Criminal Minds episode where like this boy was abducted and like for years and he's like killed and he's with another kid that was abducted or something like that and they bring in the parents of these two boys and they were saying how this kid that was killed helped the other kid survive. Like the other kid wouldn't be alive today if it weren't for what he did like yesterday. And the parents were like, what do you mean he was alive yesterday? And I'm just like, sometimes I just don't want to tell people things like with that regard because is it going to help?
Yeah,
So I don't know.
it's tough
It's
because
how they wrote it. So that helps because I don't have a child, obviously, but could not be me. Of like, I sometimes,
it's weird because I I I understand because the problem is I'm somebody I always want to know. I don't think I would ever be in a situation where I would say, "Don't tell me,"
yeah.
or "It's better if I don't know." No, I always want to know.
Hmm.
And with that being my place, I am glad that her mother knows.
Well, specifically here, Violet did not need to be the one to do it because I just don't like that. I don't like
Yeah.
Violet showed up in her daughter's body
Yeah.
to tell her, like, find someone else.
Yeah, like could have sent Artemis to do it.
And then maybe that's fine. That's different. That's like, unfortunately, like, because at that point, you I would assume, like, you want to have some semblance of hope, but you know your child is dead.
Yeah.
Have someone
But
else come and say your child is dead.
here's the problem with that. I think that this may have been the only way to do it because if her mom sees Violet,
Yeah,
then she's going to be like, that's my daughter.
right.
Only Violet could say to her, like, hey, Gabrielle is dead, and I am a different soul inhabiting her body.
Yeah.
Because if somebody else came and said that, that it's not real until
No.
it's actually,
And that's just the complication of it is because also this is a very, the scenario is not going to occur, right?
yeah,
So that's why I'm having trouble wrapping around that particular aspect of it. But I
yeah, we're
just,
talking, this is a land of make believe.
in the, I just didn't like it.
And I understand that because, yeah, it feels disrespectful in a way.
hmm
Like, it's very much a how dare you
hmm
because
What gives you the right? Because it did feel like
it felt
for
selfish.
her.
It felt selfish because it felt like one of those like last dying,
She's doing all this stuff for her right now.
yeah. Which I mean, if she gonna die, like that's
Doing
when you
stuff
get
that's just
selfish.
you stuff. I know, but still, I was like, don't bring them into this. Oh, and even I don't mind her her telling Brianna and Tara. I
Tara,
don't mind that.
because that's something that they could have never known and been fine.
I didn't mind them t finding out that though,
No,
because
I
that
think I
they
think
had no attachment to Gabrielle.
I feel backwards on it. I
Interesting.
I think that I again it felt like it was for the wrong reason
Yeah.
because whenever she said I came because I wanted to fix you, that felt I didn't like that.
No.
But the others like what the wanting to give her mother closure, assuming that's what she wanted. Um, I appreciate her mom now having closure. I'll say that.
Mom deserves closure.
Yeah,
Nothing about me just yeah.
and
Yeah, mom deserves
I don't know if there was a way to get that closure in any other
appropriately.
form. Yeah, like I think that this is how that was gonna have to go in
Probably
my
not.
head. So yeah, it's weird, and again, no, could never happen in real life.
No.
But yeah, I at the end of the day, I'm more glad she went than wish she hadn't.
hmm
And it sounds like you more wish she hadn't gone than you are glad she went.
The only thing that's making me lean more towards your side is the possibility of her joining the Outsiders and becoming a
Visible.
visible person. But
Which won't happen because as far as she's concerned, she's gonna die in a few months.
yeah, that's why
So
in that regard, I'm like,
not even really on the table.
why? Yeah.
And I think that's another thing is like she had to do it because if she does die in a couple months, then her mom would just live never knowing.
Right.
So, yeah, that one's tough.
It's a weird one.
One of those moral quandaries. It's like, yeah, where do we? That one, there are a lot of ways you can feel about it.
Yeah.
So then we see that Calder is talking to Kita and basically like, hey, we're not set up for you. I'm sorry.
We need to
This
somewhere
is the
else.
land,
Yeah.
and the land is
You are
not
of the sea.
yeah. So you sure you want to go to Atlantis? She was like, yes, I'm literally from Atlantis. I am Kita, the Prince Atlantis.
Duh.
So okay, let's go to Atlantis. And he takes her to Atlantis, which is great. And then, uh, Victor is, not doing super great
No.
under the
So let's
circumstances.
make it even worse.
And so Silas walks in, and Silas is like, you're my son. I couldn't just not, I didn't want to start the new year off in this place. And
Silas, bro, were you there last year at the start of New Year? Were y'all in the middle of a fight then? Probably. Did you see
yep,
him that day? Probably not.
yep.
My guy.
And Victor says, this shit started happening when I was talking to you.
Mm.
And then he's like, you need to stay calm because stress is obviously, yeah, you're stressing me out, old man.
You are doing this, my guy.
And then he start the father box starts to again
Flesh stuff again.
commandeer more flesh, and he got shit popping out of him now.
Out of him completely. It was icky.
I was like, that looks like it might hurt.
Oh, I hated it. Ugh.
And so Superboy, Black Lightning, and Forager are like, well, we gotta get Metron.
Yep.
So again, they're watching him just pop between whatever, they're following
Mm.
him, and they end up in the middle of a fight with a bunch of parademons. And like, who are the parademons targeting? And then they see Superman. It's like, oh, we should help.
Let's join in here.
So they start helping, and he's like, hey, Cal. Oh, hey, Con. What are y'all doing?
Buddies.
Um, hey, real quick, could you be my best man? He says, of course.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Hold on a second there.
And then he's like, I'll tell you all about it later. We're gonna go now.
They're funny.
Yeah, because basically, Superman was like, what are y'all doing here? He was like, long story. What are you doing here? And Superman tells them why he's there. And then he's like, well, we're gonna keep moving, but great to see you.
Mhm.
And Superman says, like, no one ever confuses me like that boy.
Mood.
Like I just do not I just am left befuddled every time I'm with him. So Silas is like, hey Victor, I recommend a medically induced coma to stop this progression. And Victor's like, of course you do.
Mhm.
And Silas is like, it's for your own good.
What is it?
And then Dr. Jace's about to do it, and Silas is like, no, I'll do it. Like nobody needs to be responsible for this other than me.
I've never been so uncomfortable with two doctors performing anything
Because you don't like either one of them.
for two very different reasons. But I was like, I don't
No,
want any
I
of
don't
this.
like you. I don't trust you.
Yep.
And
Yep.
we love Victor.
Yep. I was.
So yeah. Um, but yeah. So eventually they get to Metron.
Hmm.
And Metron, well, and one of the things that Metron says to Superman and them, Metron says Desaad and Granny have everything they need to complete their machine. And Black Lightning peeps it immediately. Black Lightning is like, Granny? Is
Friend.
that what you said? You said Granny?
Hmm.
Huh. Hmm. That's yeah, it's interesting.
Fascinating.
Yeah. So they explain to Metron like basically Forager's like, my hive mate Victor needs your help. And Metron is like, I don't give a fuck about that.
Hmm.
And Black Lightning is like, okay. How
Let
about
me
this?
explain it.
Yeah, there's a father box that is actively consuming human flesh. And he was like,
Ooh,
ah, and started rubbing his hands
you're me
together.
intrigued.
Yeah, I was like, I will go see this Vic. And so he appears and he's like, help him. He's like, oh, I'm here to
I
watch
just
him
wanted a
die.
front row seat.
Yeah, I'm here to watch him die because this has never happened. This is new.
Hmm.
And I love new shit.
It's thrilling.
I am an observer. That is what I am. And so I'm going to sit here quietly
So much.
and take notes as he dies, as he is consumed by this father box. And then Black Lightning is like, we don't really need,
Got a plan.
we really only need the chair. And I don't say the words say less often, because that's what the new kids say.
It is.
But that was very much a say less situation.
Yeah.
So he is promptly removed from the chair.
Which, let me say, I guess obviously I'm not familiar with Metron, but I did not expect the ease in which it occurred.
Yeah, they just threw his
I was
ass out
like,
the chair
oh,
immediately.
okay.
Yep. Yeah, get out.
Yeah.
And he's like, I am a new god. Mortal. How dare you? And
All of
Black
you.
Lightning is like, oh, good, so I can give you the full juice.
Let's go for it then.
Cool. Because Black Lightning been looking for reasons to give somebody the full
Hmm.
juice.
He loves when he can.
He loves what he can. And so, yeah, I love that, yeah, Metrod is just removed. And down in Atlantis, we see that Calder introduces Kida to the king,
Hmm.
Arthur,
Hmm.
and he, is like, the kids did so great. We've been hearing about we are all outsiders, and it's even reached down here in Atlantis, and the situation in Dublin. And he was like, yes, Dublin was successful.
That was something, wasn't it?
Yes, that did happen.
Hmm.
And then uh Calder introduces Kida to his parents and is like,
Hmm.
you will be living with my parents. And I had to remember, I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, wait, that's your stepdad because Black Manta.
I forgot all about that too until just now.
Yep, same. I was like,
Because straight up, all I was like, oh, I forgot, was he mixed? That was all I was thinking. I
no,
forgot that wasn't his dad.
I think his mom is just light skinned.
Ah, my bad.
Are you good? That's what it looked like to me. I was like,
Okay,
okay, light skinned mom, nigga Black Manta dad.
my bad.
That explains Calder's whole look. But the fact that Calder's eyes are blue and he has what appears to be naturally blonde hair, but also
Atlanteans can make themselves
we
do
can do whatever we want.
whatever. I get
Yeah,
confused.
yeah, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I was like, yeah, oh yeah, that's your stepdad. Cool. So
From San
yeah,
Francisco, I believe.
yes, yeah, that's something we need to talk about. Is like, how is he just an Earthman? But whatever, that's fine. Uh,
Uh,
so they, swim off, and then Kita is like, "Hey, real quick, I am not calling you a liar. I want that to be clear. But you are, uh,
ever.
you are. I want you to know you're a good man. I have seen bad men,
Mm.
and because Calder was like, "Are you not happy with these accommodations?" Like, no, this is the best thing that's ever happened. Actually, like this is wonderful.
This is great. I'm living my good life. Yeah.
But I can tell that you have some conviction, and I want you to know that you are a good dude because good men don't feel bad when they lie, and I watched you recoil
Hmm.
at the idea of lying to your king.
He's the goodest man.
He is a good dude.
So good.
And again, I like that this happened in this episode because I think that if you focus on the lie that he told, that's one thing. But if you remember that Wonder Woman called everybody's integrity into question,
Hmm.
that's when you realize, like, oh, he's actually kind of battling with this because he and Wonder Woman together represent the League.
Yes, which I appreciated, like you said with that last episode, because if Diana's the one being like, hey,
Yeah,
like in him just being chill, it was a bit like,
yeah, like you're really okay with this,
yeah,
and that's why it's that's
yeah.
interesting. But that's why Superman's not in the room because if
You want to talk integrity. You want to talk,
yeah,
we're not lying to people.
if he knew that Bruce was playing Lex's game,
Oh, not good.
yeah,
That's why he's off on his
that's
little
why he's fighting parademons.
just out there.
Yeah, you don't need to be
Because I
you don't
was
need to be in this
thinking, I'm
meeting.
like, man, it's so random that he's out there. And I'm like, no, they know that he's out there doing that so they can have their little conversations.
Yeah. And Wonder Woman is also out there doing things,
Yeah.
but she puts her meetings on the schedule.
Yes. It's in her calendar.
Yeah, because when she was talking to Troya, she was on a ship
Yep.
doing stuff. And yeah,
She's
like,
busy, booked and
yeah,
busy.
yeah, she is busy. But when you're, I guess, the face, when you're in management, your life is meetings.
You gotta be, yeah, right.
Because yeah, Superman is able to do actual work because he's not in management right now.
No.
So yeah, he can actually keep his feet on the ground and do things as
Mhm.
opposed to all these meetings that Diana has to go to.
while she's still trying to do all these things.
Yes. Yeah, while still doing all of the other like hands-on work.
Hmm.
So, yeah. We also see that Harper is in there with Miss
Yeah.
Megan. And Harper, we see a bruise.
Yes.
And so we already knew that Harper had a turbulent home life because, they told us that her dad be in the drunk tank or whatever.
Right.
And so this whole conversation was I liked how it was executed because she was calling attention to the obvious
Hmm.
that I feel like doesn't have. She was like, "No, if I tell you what's really going on, then you are required." So that was Violet's gun. That was not my gun.
Ugh, yeah.
Honestly, that was funny to me. Uh,
I couldn't even take it. I was like, girl,
yeah, and I was
oh
like, Miss,
please.
even if Miss Martian wasn't psychic,
You're also talking to her guardian of just like,
yeah,
well, she didn't get it from my house,
yeah,
so
like she lives with me, and we don't have those.
and she goes home, school, school, home.
Yeah, like she's new here.
Hmm.
Like I know all the people she hangs out with, and you're the newest one. And yeah, the fact that she was like, I that gun wasn't in my hand, that gun was in Violet's hand. She was like, you know what? Look, okay,
Sure.
okay.
Let's play this game.
Hypothetically, let's say it was Violet's gun. Why would Violet hypothetically have this gun?
Yep.
And then Harper was like, hypothetically, so that the gun was not in the house. And that's when she goes into, you seem to be beaten up and bruised regularly. And this is only the first time that I have seen your brother with a black eye. And it would seem to me like the reason he got the black eye is because you were not there to protect him, to shield him, because you were in jail.
Hmm.
So let me help you
Hmm.
because I don't want this to continue to happen to you or him. And she said, like, I don't want to report it because going in the system presents the possibility of us being separated, which is a very real thing.
Very valid.
And so she was like, no. As far as we are all concerned, we were roughhousing. On
Hmm.
the record, we were roughhousing. So keep us in our house where I can keep my little brother safe from our abusive father.
Hmm.
But eventually, Miss Martian gets to her and she's like, I will help you in any way that I can. But you're going to have to say it in order for me to help you.
Yeah.
So eventually, Harper lets her know, like, if
Yeah. Yeah.
he hits us. And of course, she knew that. The record. So after that, meanwhile, they're putting Victor in the Mobius chair and they command the Mobius chair to cleanse Victor. And it, as far as we can tell, the Father Box's soul has been purged and put into the chair. And Metron is like, and get your filthy hands off me.
Yeah.
You did what you needed to do.
We're
Now
done here.
I'm
Wow.
leaving.
Yeah.
And Black Lightning says, I understand that I am probably at the top of your nigga go die list, but I need you to confirm something for me. Is the Granny that you refer to, is that Gretchen? He said, yes, I am confirming that you are on the nigga go die list. And yes, I am confirming that those are one and the same.
Mm.
And then he leaves. And then Artemis and Tara pull up and pick up Violet
Hmm.
and then bring her back home. And I'm pretty sure that Tara gets a call and is like, "Oh, you've been dodging me? You've been
Mhm.
late on your reports?" And
Going on?
she's like, "No, everything's actually, there's nothing to report. Everything's fine. Like,
Nothing's
everything's,
happening that's super pertinent.
yeah, like, we're good."
Yeah.
So, like, there was nothing to talk about. That's why I didn't bring anything to you.
Yep.
So, just, we're good. There's nothing to talk about. No news.
So
And
yes.
so that what were you? Did anything happen for you whenever that happened?
It's tough because maybe first of all, she's a kid.
Yep.
They're not reliable. So maybe nothing is happening, and so she's like, "Why would I?" So blow off. But then also, it does make you want to think of like, "Oh man, she, we're growing on her. Oh man,
Yep.
she feels belonged and all of that jazz."
Yep.
Yeah,
It's starting to feel like
she's like, "Wow, this is pretty nice. Little
she
found
she's
family.
she's questioning the double in her
Love a
agent
love a found family."
because and it feels like that's what often happens whenever you have an evil person that is double agenting on the good side and they're there long enough.
They're like, "Wow, this is why it's good."
Yeah, like they start to really, like, oftentimes they start to like actually switch sides a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because it is, especially when it's somebody who's not truly evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever you have like a younger person or a morally gray person as a double agent, then, and sometimes even a straight up evil person,
Yep.
you watch them start to actually like where they are. And then whenever they do have to hit the betrayal button, whenever they do have to actually commit the thing, it's really hard for them.
Right.
And it often sucks because it's like, we trusted you, and they want to be like, and you should, because I really, ah like, you got me, I'm actually on your side, kind of. But and so that's like, if it's a situation where, because we don't know how it's going to be revealed, but if it's a situation where somebody finds out that she's a double agent but she's given up her double agentness,
Mm-hmm.
that's usually how that goes. Is like, I'm
Right.
actually on the side of good, but they discover that they're on the side of evil, and so all the trust is gone. And yeah, so a lot of ways this could go.
Oh yeah.
But based on just our media consumption,
Yeah.
you're starting to feel like she's starting to
Makes you wonder that she,
she's
because
starting
again,
to
also same for a reason of why she's not reliable with checking in. She is so young and impressionable that she was like, dang, what I did know was something that was thrust upon me harshly, hard, da da da. And now that I'm seeing this, wow, great, good.
yeah, like, it's supposed to be hard to betray and be dishonest to good people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's supposed to be hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
And she has been treated with so much kindness, which is also not something she's used to
Correct.
from Slade. And so the fact that she's having, flashbacks of her happy times with her parents, the fact that she's with her brother, um, and,
Pretty good right now.
yeah, like, things are great. And so it's feeling like she's being like, I don't, I don't like, I'm starting to like these people. And so I don't want to,
Starting to feel pretty good.
I don't know if I want to do a double cross.
Nope.
But yeah, I wondered if you were clocking that or if you were just like, she's a teenager and teenagers are bad at things.
All of the above.
¿Por qué no los dos? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like, oh, like about it just yet. I don't trust anybody on this show half the time if I haven't known them for 2 years now.
Yeah, I get that. She's a little too new to just.
Fresh.
Okay. What do we think of the episode overall?
I think there's a another thing that we forgot to talk about.
You're right. I did it again.
Okay.
So, and this is another big thing. So, do you remember when I said to you, there's a ship in this show that you're gonna hate more than any other ship ever? Do you remember me saying that to you?
I thoroughly recall.
Okay, so here's the problem with that. I remembered that incorrectly.
Mm.
Because when I said that to you,
Hmm.
I remember Calder being with Garth.
Which I would have hated the most.
Yes, yes, indeed. And so, because that is where that's the relationship I thought existed,
Mm.
I said to you, that's the relationship you're gonna hate. Because let's talk about it as if it was true. And I want to be I'm going on the record and saying that I was wrong because I thought it was Garth, and I don't want y'all to think that I think all Atlanteans look alike. That's not necessarily what this is, but like whenever I said those, I'm glad that I'm doing a rewatch
Yep.
because the first time I watched this, I just decided it was Garth and have been mad about it since Year of Our Lord 2019.
Admittedly, if I may,
Please.
watching this episode, I also immediately thought it was Garth. And listeners, I do a very good job of I don't look anything up about this show since it's my first watch through. However, I saw that and I was like, there is no freaking way.
Yep.
Because I will not accept this. Not
So I was
Garth.
so I
No.
was right. I was right in that the relationship that you would hate the most would have been this one if that's what this was.
Mm.
Because I too had a visceral reaction in the year of our Lord 2019.
Mm.
And so when I watched it this time, I said out loud, "Oh shit, that's not Garth." And the problem is, I said it whenever Kita was being introduced to Aquaman or to Arthur, to King
Hmm.
Arthur. I was like, "Oh shit,
That's not
that's
Garth
not
behind
Garth.
him.
That's a different man.
Yep.
That's not Garth at all."
No.
And so then I was like, "But I have to wait until later to confirm that it was him and not Garth."
Right.
And then whenever I saw that it wasn't, I was like, "Damn it. I'm gonna have to
Recant.
I'm gonna have to rescind."
Which you weren't wrong. If there was, like you said, if there was a coupling that were to have occurred, that would have made me so upset because I could not think of what could have been when you said that.
And that's why I said you don't think about it because it's not going to be people that you would even put together.
And so when I misidentified him as Garth, I was like, You have got," I was like, obviously, I feel like Calder has a soft spot for both Atula and Karth in his heart. And so I was like, if he's gonna be dumb about anything, I'm I just trust I would have believed it would be that.
Yep.
So I that's why I said I had to look. I was like, there's no way though. I'm like, he's got to have some standards there.
Yeah, because whenever I saw that, I was like, never have I seen a more messy love triangle
Mm,
than that one.
absolute mess.
Like that's a crazy love triangle, but it's not.
That is not. And
So I
it's
would
real now.
I it's perfectly fine.
I'm fine now.
Yes, same. I have
Good for
no
him.
issues now that he's with this young man
He
whose name
deserves
is
love.
Wind.
Wind?
Yeah, he was not named in the show,
Mm-mm.
but his name is Wind. His name is not Garth. Do he and Garth kind of look like they know each other? I think they do when they're not on the screen at the same time. If you put them on the screen at the same time, they probably look very different.
Yep.
They were not, I saw them 18 minutes apart or whatever.
Hmm.
So
It
all
wasn't.
Atlanteans do not look alike. I am not saying that all Atlanteans look alike, but I'm saying there was a man in Atlantis with long black hair who I saw kiss Calder.
Hmm.
And Garth fit that description
Yep.
from what I knew. And it was very brief. We didn't see it for very long. I thought it was Garth in 2019 and have been mad about it until today. So, on the record, there that since that couple that I thought existed when I said that to you
Yep.
doesn't exist,
How nice.
I don't know which couple you will dislike the most in this show.
Is
Because the one that I thought you would dislike the most in this show
it
is, in
real?
fact, not a couple.
And thank goodness.
And thank goodness, because again, you're not like me. You haven't been mad about it for
I
north of 5 years.
hate that for you.
You know, and that's on me.
Yep.
That was on me for not paying attention. That was on me for not looking it up immediately after seeing it because I just saw it and been mad ever since.
I obviously had more immediate access to know what happened though too. So I was
Yep.
like, what?
And thank you for you saw it the same way I saw it.
Oh,
Like
immediately I was
the
stressed.
yeah, the first time you watched it, you saw Garth and Calder together
Yep.
and it bothered you. So,
And probably, you know what I wonder too? I think we are both very heavily biased towards Calder.
yes,
So it wasn't even, yeah, they know each other, as you said. Um, Not just anybody can be with Calder. So you see someone that looks relatively like Garth, I go to the worst possible scenario of how dare you put your hands on Calder?
exactly.
No,
Unhand him.
no.
So, yeah, I was not happy initially
Mm-mm.
because it was Garth.
Mm-mm.
But now that it's
Good
not,
for him. If anybody deserves love out of that whole group, I'm glad he found
I
time.
I have wanted Calder to be happy with a partner for a long time.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I'm glad. I assume I mean, I don't know.
We'll find out if they're happy, but it
Yeah.
looked cute and sweet, and I was like,
Oh,
okay,
look,
fun. Look at them
that's the
frolicking.
thing. Like now that it's not Garth, I'm like, oh,
I'm like, no, this is good.
okay, yeah,
Good
okay.
for
I see what
them.
we're doing here.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it was Garth, I was not happy about it.
No.
So, um, thank you for bringing that around town
Oh yeah,
because
we needed to address.
I had to take just a splash of accountability for like
Because you know what? People that have watched Young Justice are going to hear that episode and they're also going to be like, who is she going to just hate so
yeah,
much?
I think you're right. And that's why I had to clear that up because that was a Mandela effect, if nothing
If you
else.
ever there was, yeah.
I remembered that incorrectly, and I am happy to know that I'm not the only one who saw it incorrectly.
No.
So cool. We're both monsters when it comes to identifying Atlanteans.
They're just not around a lot.
I don't see very many of them, so
And they
did
wore similar outfits.
I mixed up two of them. So like all y'all wear blue.
Sorry.
So
I'll be
whoopsie.
better.
Yeah, my
Ugh.
bad. But I'm growing.
Yep. Let me tell you though, these episodes, we should have watched these in June because a lot of pride in these last couple of episodes.
Yeah, you're
These were
right.
very Pride Month.
These yeah,
This
these
last
like
couple of episodes.
yeah, Harper and Violet.
Yeah. Now
And yeah,
this.
Cal
Like,
yeah.
so
Happy
have a
happy
spirit,
late
everybody.
pride.
Happy love
Yeah.
late Pride.
Yeah. You're right. If these would have landed in June, it would have yeah,
Excellent. Mm.
yeah, right on time.
I
Um
was curious, your thoughts, because I think it happened both episodes of these like montage things instead of just playing
yes.
out.
So a montage, I think, is just a device to present a lot of information quickly.
Yeah.
But I think another piece of it is that this is comic book content.
Okay.
And so these felt very comic book panel to me.
Which I didn't, it wasn't a dislike. It was just like, oh, we've not been really doing this much, I feel like.
Yeah,
And then
I
we
think
did
it's
it back to
just
back, it felt like.
yeah, it's a quick way to cover a lot
They
in a
covered
short
a
amount of
lot.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I just decided like, oh, comic books.
Oh, books. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's what
checks.
we do. So, yes. A lot of rainbows in these episodes, but
Mm.
how did you feel about this episode?
This episode had a ton in it, Like the amount of stuff even we talked about, it felt like this episode could have easily also been twice as long because of how much it just was able to fit into it.
Yep.
Um,
Because yeah, honestly, we could have followed Metron all over the place.
yeah,
We could have spent more time with Cyborg getting absorbed, and we need to find out who the fuck Dr. Jace's mentor is.
a mentor. Yeah,
I need to know that on the double.
yeah. But a lot happening. I found the Superman stuff silly, like not in a
Yeah,
bad way, but I was just like, okay.
it was a good time.
And
And
then
again,
it was a fun little moment in an otherwise very hefty episode for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and that's the thing, like Metron, he tends to be a pretty serious character.
Mm.
And yeah, like what they did with him was fun.
Just throw him out of the chair
Yeah.
casually, whatever.
I mean, yeah, those were the get your ass. And then
Hmm.
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
So,
it was fun. A lot going on, a ton to absorb in one episode, but I had a good time with it.
yeah. And I don't know if you have any experience with the Mobius chair, but like it is basically the chair of knowledge. It knows all things. So
Oh,
when you sit in it, you can ask it anything and it will give you
no.
answers and yada yada.
Okay.
Batman has some time with the Mobius chair comics, but
Okay.
yeah. So,
Hmm.
um, anything else on these episodes? Hopefully, I didn't miss any other huge points that we
I think
absolutely need to discuss.
I think we hit all the good stuff for sure.
Cool. So, in the next episode, we will be discussing season 3, episodes 21 and 22. So, until then.